I will tell you how I made my first sale ever from producing and what was necessary for that, by the way. So while I was still before high school, so I was in 8th grade, before high school, I started making beats in FL Studio. I actually used a trial version for a lot of time, so I couldn't save projects. And at that moment, I for a few months I was just making beats, showing them to few of my friends. I was getting all excited when I made a melody that didn't totally suck. Okay, so like first few months totally like fun. I wasn't thinking about selling or anything. The next step was actually my SoundCloud. So the first thing I started to do was uploading beats to my SoundCloud. That obviously didn't work because nobody looks for beat on SoundCloud. And by the way, I didn't know what type beats are at this point. I didn't know anything about this, so I just basically was putting like beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. It was called, you could still find those beats. I called this channel Boombixer probably on SoundCloud, and you could still probably find that. I will probably even show you some screenshot in the video. So after a few months of posting my beat 1, beat 2 on SoundCloud, I made like a big step towards my goal. So I made a YouTube channel that was at that moment Boombixer. The first name was Boombixer. I then changed it to Mordalski Beats, that you could still find, and it's kind of popular. Yeah, I started to upload my beats on YouTube. I didn't know anything about type beats and how to market them and how to really sell beats. I didn't even know BeatStars probably, so I just made like trap beat or like boom bap beat or like emotional beat, and I started to upload it like shitty thumbnails and stuff. It made zero views. I think like I just made some views by myself, and one or two homies just checked the video. So that was my beginning on YouTube. Time was passing by, and I actually started to make a little bit better beats. Still not good, but a little bit better. And I started to post really type beats. So I started like, you know, some old school type beats, maybe some Lil Pump type beats. It was definitely not, it was already way after like blow up of Lil Pump, because Lil Pump is like 2017. I was making beats in like 2021, 2020. So yeah, it was pretty stupid, but yeah, I used to make those beats and I had no results. Like actually I got to this one holiday. It was after my first year of high school, so it's already like I know more than a year into producing at this point. I first time in my life I started posting regularly, but it wasn't daily. It was something like 2 beats a month, 2 beats a week, 3 beats a week, something like that. Yeah, and then I started to go a little bit more seriously. Anyway, no results, because the best I did was 600 views after that period. But it was already something interesting, because like, you know, I started from 0, now I got 600 after a year of grinding. But anyway, after this holiday of posting consistently, I got so irritated, but not making money, not making views, and I generally went into rapping. So I made like a rap group with my homies, and I went totally into rapping for a few months of my life at that point, second year of high school. I will not, like, you could find it, you probably could find it, but this video is not about it, so just good luck with finding my old songs. And I generally didn't give a shit about making beats at that point. But when we didn't succeed with rapping, breaking news, few 16-year-olds making rap songs about some bullshit didn't go viral immediately. So just few months in, and I actually started to think, yeah, I will go back to beats, but this time I had totally different approach. So basically, I actually at that point I understood how actually YouTube works. I actually didn't, because I didn't research it, but I just thought, yeah, so let's find what is the most successful thing on my channel, what actually gives me the biggest leverage. I didn't think maybe in this way at that moment, but I generally was looking for my best stuff and I wanted to repeat it. So that's what every fucking successful type beat does nowadays, and used to do this back in days. But anyway, I found out that my most successful beats, so 500 views, 600 views, or 200 views, were NWA type beats. Generally old school West Coast type beats. Specifically NWA in the title was important for me. Like, and it's kind of weird because the niche was already dead. But I made first beat, and man, I got so lucky, because this first bit already blew up my channel. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous story because one evening I sit and think, okay, what will I do to make more views? Okay, NWA type beat. I made this beat, and next few days, from 600 views at best, I went to 1K. In coming weeks, I started to make more views during a day than I used to during a whole year previously. So that was actually crazy. I couldn't believe that. So for a few months, I was totally on the grind. Channel blew up because I started to make only those NWA type beats, and generally few months into this blow up, I just got the first DM, we made a deal, and I made a sale for $30. And by the way, I blew up this deal and I lost those $30, but generally it was my first sale. So what it took to do my first sale, it was, okay, so first year of high school of grinding, a little bit before high school, and second year of high school. So generally we could call it not even 2 years of producing. When I made a sale, I posted at least 100 pieces of content to internet, 100 beats on the internet at least. I put a lot of hours into grinding of my production, but the most important thing was just sitting down and thinking, what's the best solution for this channel? What works for me that doesn't work for other people, but will just give me money, will give me views. That's basically how the whole thing started. If you want to know how then I turned this first sale into making my first K, you can actually check my video on this, because I also made that recently. You can also actually book a call with me if you're interested. That's first link in the description. Bye.